This is your lesson 1.2 adding integers practice packet work. This is pages 4 through 6 in your practice packet for today. So after you've looked at the lesson, go ahead and start trying these, and you want to go through this video and just make sure that everything looks good on your work then. So we're going to start with number 1. We have 7 and a negative 7. So we're going to start at 7, and a negative 7 tells me to move 7 spots to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which takes me to an answer of 0. For question number 2, I am looking at 7 plus a negative 9. So again, I'm going to start at 7 plus a negative 9 tells me to go 9 spaces to the left, which is going to take me over here to a negative 2. Next example, number 3, I have negative 6 plus 11, so I'm going to start at negative 6 and move 11 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And that's going to take me to a positive 5. For question number 4, you start off at negative 1, and it's going to ask you to move to the left 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which takes us to a negative 7 for our answer. Question number 5, we're writing the addition problem modeled by the graphic. So our starting point is a negative 1, and we are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots to the right, which will be a positive 5, and our final answer is a 4. For number 6, we started at a negative 2. We are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the left, so that's a negative 7. Again, just like in the notes, putting that in parentheses so that we don't have plus and negative right next to each other. And my final answer here is going to be a negative 9. 2 more of these that we have. Number 7 starts at 0, and we are moving 1, 2, 3 to the right, so that's a positive 3, and our answer is 3. Number 8, we're starting at negative 2, and we are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots to the right, which is positive movement, and that is a positive 6 for our final answer then. On the next page, this is page 6 for you. It's our final one. It's using those rules again. So if you have the same signs, add the numbers, keep the sign. If your signs are different, you want to go ahead and keep the sign of the bigger number, but do a difference problem, a subtraction problem between them. So the other thing to think about too is money. So like in the first example, we're adding 16 plus a negative 4. Think about it. You have 16, you owe me 4. Negatives are owing money. Positives are what you have. So when you pay me back, you're still left with $12 in your pocket. If you have no money and you owe me 4, you still owe me $4 because you haven't done anything. You have 16 and a negative 13 is going to give you a positive 3. 0 and a negative 13 is going to give you a negative 13. Over here on question number 2, 7 and a negative 12 is going to give you negative 5. 24 and a negative 12 is going to give you a positive 12. 7 and 15 will give you 22. And 24 and 15 is going to give you a positive 39. Couple examples here that we're just using the rules to find our sum. 8 plus 20 will be 28. 17 and a negative 19 will be a negative 2. Negative 15 and a negative 3 will give you a negative 18. Negative 11 and 4, so you owe me 11, your granny just gave you 4, hand over the 4, you still owe me 7. In number 7, you owe 7, you owe another 10, so now you're up to owing 17. You have 4, you owe 16, hand it all over, but you still owe $12. You owe 8 and you have 16, so you pay it over and you still have $8 in your wallet when you're all done. Last 2 examples that you have here are word problems similar to what we did in class. So Rick weighed 200 pounds, so that's his starting spot. He began following a diet and workout plan and checked his weight periodically. During the first month, he lost 10 pounds, so that's going to be a negative 10 for us. But he gained 2 pounds, so gained 2 pounds the following month. How much did he weigh at the end of the second month? So if we have 200, we lose the 10, that's going to take us to 190. And then we add those extra 2 pounds on, so we have 192. And don't forget, it's a word problem. Word problems deserve word labels. So 192 pounds would be a great label for that one. In number 11, the temperature on a day in February was 6 degrees in the morning, so that's our starting spot. At noon, the temperature rose, so that's a plus, by 13 degrees, so plus 13. And then it dropped by 4 degrees, and a drop would be a negative 4. What was the temperature recorded at the end of the day? So 6 plus 13 will give you 19. And then when it drops down that 4 degrees, now you are down to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's a perfectly fine label because we're talking about the temperature. So right there you have all of your practice problems from today's lesson. Make sure that they're all filled in and that they look good to go.